Very well, so we can do a lot of stuff with this shape now, including animation deformers. I can add, and I know people love this so much for reasons beyond my comprehension. I can see the timeline is because I should be in layout. I press the plus bar and ooh, groovy, super nice, yes. There are some deformers that are more interesting if you want to sell candles, like I don't know, candles this on Cambridge Naturals or something, such as the deform. Everything that says deform is about deformation, such as the simple deform. This is kind of classic material, classic candle material, right? That twisty candle thingy. A twisty form. It relies on the axis, so this is on the x-axis. This is on the z-axis. Very kind of pretty. Y-axis, and this is how much it is deforming. How much is it twisting? Right. So that's one deformation. Interesting. Immediate public sculpture. But I want to show you another deformer. That is the one that we saw in class. That has to do with bones. So a bone is, or armature, if you're going to add, and instead of adding a mesh, a curve, a surface, a metal, etc., or a text, you add an armature. By default, you won't have none of this, which is okay. You just press armature and you're going to run into a single bone, which is down there in the center, maybe even invisible. If you want to always make it visible, you're going to the dancing body icon here. You check viewport display and you check in front, and now the bone is always in front, kind of like one of those unbearable, I don't know, sounds from Canvas or whatever. Okay, so here's the bone. The function of the bone is that the bone deforms the rest of the body. So this bone here, I will put it down below, and this bone will be the main bone. How do I edit or add more bones? I check edit mode, I check on the joint, which is that sphere there, I press the E key, I move my mouse cursor, and I just put it here. Now this bone, I'll use it for purposes of deformation. So I'll take one for the eye, I'll put that in front of the eye. I'll come here, I'm pressing, notice that I'm pressing holding the option key, so I can go into isometric mode when I'm turning. So I turn, I press option. It's good for the forming stuff. I pressed E, I extruded this, I'll press G, and I'll put it next to the eye. And I'll also add some bones for the mouth, just because I want to make him smile. Keep it simple, right? And I'll add one for the nose. The purpose of, sometimes you add bones as a way to keep things together, like not affect other things. You'll see where I'm coming with that. And now we will do the hocus pocus thing. First we select the child object, then we press shift, we select the bone, then we press command and P, or control and P if you're on a PC. And we select with automatic weights. If you don't see this menu here that says armature deform, you did it the other way around. So again, you select the child object, you select the object that is going to drive everything, you press control or command P, and then you press with automatic weights. And then you go into pose mode, which is a new mode. And now if I check this and I press R, I should be able to deform this. But it's not deforming for reasons beyond my comprehension. I think that what happened is a classic problem, which is that Blender gave up, basically. Sometimes meshes are a bit complicated. Let me try again. Command P, automatic weights, and if this happens, it says down there, bone heat weighting failed to find a solution for one or more. Yeah, it gave up. So we select this thing, how to fix that. we get rid of the armature. We're in the modifier. We do decimate. I decimate just a little bit, 0.9. Press Command A. Select the mesh, select the bones, press Command P, automatic weights. Kind of irregular that this is happening in live television, but I'll just decimate again. 0.8. That's weird, so I'll add some other bones here. Okay, now it finally worked. And if I check this bone here, and I just press R, you'll see that I'm moving it. In this case, it might be good to go back into the dancing body and say that the display is stick. That will make it a bit more simple. And different, or wire might be even better, because we're using the bones just as deforms like that. Here I have the eye. If I press R for rotation, I can move it around. What I really wanted was to work with the smile, right? If I press that, press G, I can move it around, and it's happy. Extra happy. So that is one of the things we want you to do with the deformations, to make some modifications. When you're working with bones, if you want to print this out but keep on changing stuff, you can press Shift D. Then I'm going to do G, and I'm going to press Y. Oh my! Oh, that's, I kind of like that one. Great. And notice that I made a copy, but it's still attached to the modifier. If you want to make that modification permanent, you have to go into the modifier panel and apply the bone deformation. So that is Command A, and now if I move this one, it won't move. So I'll do Shift D. That means that it's a copy in the same place. I will do Command A in the modifier. There you can see that it's an armature modifier. I press Command A. And now I have a version, right? And this one is still attached to the things, so I can select the skeleton, go into pose mode, and play a bit with the neck and thing. You can select both of them, move them around. Change the nose a bit. And now we have 3 different versions. And I'm gonna go back into object mode, and once I like them, I press Command A. Now you could even, if you want to get rid of the armature, you select the armature and you press delete. The deformations are going to be there, and since I'm obsessed with expensive candles, you just have to put one on top of the other, and that's your candle sculpture. I think that this would be a hit for next Christmas. So that's with the animation deformers. Once you have something like that, I would recommend to put them together. Okay, not in this case though.